Hello, Matthew Hunt here. That's me. This is my website, Canadian Merchant Account Services, and we're going to address another issue. Not another issue, we're going to address another lesson today on merchant accounts. Today we're going to deal with e-commerce merchant accounts and what your options are and what true merchant accounts are looking for when they're trying to give you approval. Okay, so let's go over to the Merchant Account FAQ on my website. Here's my FAQ site. It has tons of questions, um, that you may have that'll answer about merchant accounts. Um, let's go to, I think this is the one. Learn what's involved in getting an internet merchant account set up. Okay. So basically, you have two options for e-commerce merchant account. You have what's the third-party payment processors, and they're like PayPal, Google Checkout, 2Checkout, etc. Or you have what's called true merchant accounts. Both have their pros and cons. However, my personal opinion is if you're just testing a website out, or if you only think you're going to do a couple grand a month in sales, like $2,000 or $3,000, then I would just stick with like a service like PayPal. They're very competitive. Rates are around the high 2.9 to 3% and around 30 or 50 cents per transaction. The service, if you go through them where it checks out through them, I think it's free. Or you can pay $30 a month to have their site integrated into yours, so customers stay on your site as they pay instead of being redirected to the PayPal site to pay. I've heard good things about Google Checkout, although it's only offered in the US and UK right now. 2Checkout is another service, and there's a few others out there that do this third-party payment processing. And then there's true merchant accounts, which is set up through a bank or through a merchant service agent or a merchant account service specialist like myself. This I would recommend if you're serious about your business or you've already done your testing and you're moving on. I would set up true merchant accounts. There's some serious advantages over that. Huge advantages. You basically are keeping people on your page and you're promoting your customer, and you usually can get lower discount rates. And if you're doing a big volume, we all know, a volume of 20,000 or 30,000, it makes a big difference of whether you're paying 3% or 2.25%. So it does matter. So those are basically your two choices. I mean, the third party person, they don't usually do credit checks. It's easier to get approval. They just about accept every business. There are some businesses that are on their restricted list, so you'll want to go to the terms of use or look at their restricted list. I know like PayPal doesn't do some of the network marketing companies, and I'm not sure what Google does, but you'll want to go there and see and make sure that your business is covered. They usually don't need a separate gateway on your website because they get redirected to their website and they handle that to make sure the transactions are secured. Um, it does take sometimes a bit long to get funds, or longer, as opposed to 48 hours into your business account. Now, some true merchant accounts can take longer too. It depends on your business model, because true merchant accounts could hold your funds for 5 business days or 10 business days as well too, just to make sure the transactions are secure. You usually have less control over chargebacks when it comes to companies like PayPal. If there's any sort of customer dispute, the funds will be refunded, and you possibly could have your account shut down or be charged a fee. Um, then the true merchant accounts are very similar to the retail, where you have much more control. You do need the gateway, and you do need a shopping cart. What I always recommend is that you do it backwards. When you're setting up your true merchant accounts, is that you find out who you want to use for your merchant account provider. They usually supply the gateway. If not, they'll have a recommendation for it. And then their gateway merchant account will also have a recommendation of the shopping cart service you can use. I've seen many merchants get frustrated where they go and build their site, they get the shopping cart service, and sometimes even go get their gateway, only to find out that their merchant account doesn't approve that gateway, or vice versa, their gateway and merchant account doesn't approve that shopping cart service. And so then you need to redesign your site kind of in a way to accommodate your merchant accounts. And sometimes it's just easier to do it backwards. Find out who your merchant account provider is going to be, use their gateway, and use their recommended shopping cart. I recommend one shopping cart. I'll go to this afterwards. They usually are compatible with just about every merchant account out there. Um, let's also look. I'll even show you what true merchant accounts are looking for on your site. Besides you having pretty good credit, is what they're looking for on your site for approval is. Let's just go to the Walmart site. Hopefully they won't sue me for going here, but I just want to point out this is what they're looking for. They're looking for a nice clear site map, return policy, privacy policy, and terms of use, and sometimes it's even useful as you're doing your shipping policy as well. So they wanted these are the most important things to have nice and clear on every single page. Most people put it at their footer. Is the site map, return policy, terms of use. We can look at it maybe a few other online websites. There's all kinds of stuff. Zellers is another one. So Zellers, and let's see what they got at the bottom here. Let's see here. Shopify. Okay, so if I was to see if I was going to check out with something, so I just give it a second here. It just takes a little bit longer to load because there's a video on it. So yeah, so here's the checkout. So delivery options and charges, nice and clear. Okay, it has down here some more information underneath, and so if I add this to the shopping bag, I'm sure it's going to go right into privacy policy then. So again, delivery options, and I'm sure as we go to checkout, here we go. So I'm in trouble here. You have to scroll down. I think just because the video is recording, there we are. Oh, scroll down. Come on, there we go. So yeah, privacy policy again, and they'll give some more information all down here of their return policies, etc., etc. That's basically what the merchant accounts are looking for. Is they're really just looking for, privacy policy, refund policy, terms of use, and ideally shipping policy too. If there's any products that are being shipped, I mean, some products are virtual, and there's nothing to be shipped. Anyways, so that is some information. If you want to go get a PayPal account, you can come to my website and set it up through there too. Just click on that banner. Oh, what I did want to show you was, that's right, I wanted to show you one shopping cart. So I think actually I have it on my website. If you come to the website, I think underneath the business resources, you think I'd know my website a little bit better than this. Okay, one shopping cart, there it is. So usually I recommend this one as a shopping cart service. You can come to my website, click on that link, it'll take you there. This is them here. They usually, pretty much every merchant account will connect to them. So that's the service I would choose, and then you wouldn't have to worry about working backwards probably. Anyways, that's the lesson on e-commerce merchant accounts. If you want some more information about what I do, feel free to come to CanadianMerchantAccountServices.com. Don't forget the dashes in between each word. And yeah, there's all kinds of stuff here that we have. That's gift to loyalty card marketing, business funding, merchant accounts, testimonials. Come on by.